Hey everybody, it is the beginning of the final week here in MSOM 601. And I'm not going to do a week six week recap this week. I'm just going to talk about final week, final words, and talk a little bit about the class in general. I know you're going to give some comments in your final video blog post this week. Um, But I designed, this is my fourth design. Actually, it's my third redesign of my first design of this course since I began teaching it 10 years ago. I think it's about 10 years ago. This, by the way, used to be the lead course in the degree program. And so I developed the first one uh, 10, 10 years ago. And I've been the only one to teach this course. There's one exception. One term I had already taught my overload, if you will, for that period, so they had somebody else teach it. But this course has only been taught by me, and so sometimes you can get stuck in a rut when that happens as a faculty member. So I always try and keep it fresh and keep it focused. Um, but to me, if there's one course in this degree program that should be different in an online environment, it's this one. Um, and so this latest iteration is going on. Gosh, I guess it's the second or third time I've taught it in this iteration. Focuses on something other than narrative discussion posts, APA papers, and quite frankly, chasing a grade. Um, I've always operated, and it's just kind of weird. I know we have to do it, um, but students take courses and they get grades, and the grades are represented based upon some sort of knowledge transfer that has happened that is um, graded by an outcome. And so, while that's necessary in higher education, I wanted to try and do something that really didn't focus as much on grades because the grades in this course are going to be really, really good, okay? But that's based not necessarily on knowledge transfer as it is um, a realization of whether or not the students have connected. And I could say that you guys have connected really, really well, not just with each other, but with the concepts and other things. I also wanted to focus on learning something possibly new that you all have not heard about before or not really considered, and then learning more about yourself. Because I've said this many, many times in higher education, if all we do is transfer to you facts, figures, numbers, theories, and things like that, but we don't teach you anything about you, then I think we've failed. And so my hope is that you're walking out of this class having learned something about yourself as well as learning concepts. Um, and then another objective in this redesign of the course was to try and break down this online wall um, of learning with the incorporation of video and journals. I find that people tend to be more careful, more focused, more caring, and more real in video than when they're hiding behind a computer keyboard. It's too easy just to be able to type something up and then send it off. So I think people are much more focused, and I think they're much more detailed when you are putting yourself out there in video. And so that's part of the reason for video. Journals also give me a chance to hear what you really think and then talk to you about those. And so that's why I have done those. I hope you've enjoyed the course. I hope you've learned something about you. I hope you've learned something that will cause you um, to go beyond the headlines, to think um, more deeply about things that you truly believe and ask yourself questions. I hope you're better listeners. I hope you're better questioners um, going forward. And if that is accomplished, if you can walk out of this class and say, "Yeah, I think I'm better in those areas," then I think it's been worth this effort. All right. I would love to hear what you have to say about this if you want to bounce me back on this send out. But otherwise, um, just have a great career. If I can ever do anything for you, make sure you let me know.